ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Broadcasting live with RDF. This is the most badass YouTube broadcast in all of the known land. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Tommy C. And this is Shot for the Point. The point man today is some originals. Jeff the Huffman and Dead on Dave sitting in for Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, as he does his work. Boys, welcome to the program.
The true OG crew, baby.
Absolutely. And Dr. Zhivago behind the glass. How are you guys doing?
Let's get into it.
Right. Yeah, no, we're going to talk about the fight. We got a lot of shit to talk about. Kavanaugh. It's going to be a jam-packed show. I would not be shocked if there was an overtime situation here. But apparently, if you have any Irish blood in you at all, you should be ashamed today because your guy lost. Even if he isn't your guy. Have I not said to you privately, even before you left here, that I was getting a little sick of his act?
Oh yeah, yes.
I have never. Have I gone on and on about how much I love Conor McGregor?
I don't remember you being a Conor dick sucker. I don't remember that.
Maybe in the beginning.
You are an Irish cuck, so it's very possible you did.
But he's. I tell you something. You know where I lost it for Conor? When I started to realize it wasn't an act. With Ali, it was always an act. He learned it from Gorgeous George, the great wrestler. And he knew how to sell fights. It was all about selling fights. It was all about the reality show end of it, to sell fights, to make himself more money, to make everybody more money, right? When I started, and I was absolutely, when he threw the fucking thing, I'm like, that guy's crazy. That's not an act.
He's just might actually be fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's very possible. He does seem to be able to turn it off at times, though. So I just don't know if he knows the appropriate time to turn it off.
I don't know. Maybe he's just fucking... Maybe he's on a downer at that point. Fucking. Maybe Shane Dawson needs to make a video on it, see if he's a sociopath.
Yeah, was it the chair or
was it the chair or?
Yeah, which is chucking
the shit into the crowd? I mean, which one was it?
Oh, $20, right? 20 pounds off the bat. GSX, thank you so much. Starting to show strong. I'll say. I do appreciate that.
Fucking hat change.
Yeah, I'll say. Well, that's in the chat.
Yeah. Dave does that. Donate money and Dave will
change his hat. There you go.
It's like a tickle me.
U.S. Army veteran.
So you just touch it and shit happens.
I make this. I don't know. I guess I want to get it, but I'll get rid of this. Idiot says he's going to call, and I'm going to fuck you up. Here's what I wrote. I finally found someone in UFC I like less than Conor McGregor. I cannot wait till day comes when they scrape Khabib off the mat, which will come. Everybody loses. And what I mean by scrape, I don't mean he's dead. I mean like what happened to Conor. And it will come. It comes for everyone. And that day comes for everyone. That got turned into, I'm a salty Irishman that is a Conor McGregor dick sucker, when I've said on several occasions I kind of don't like the guy. And I'll admit, you have to be some kind of shitty Irishman for me not to like you, especially if you're a professional athlete. I'm like one of those guys, like it doesn't matter. I'm like Boston. If a guy who fucking was a serial killer was named O'Dennehy, everybody like, hooray, it's O'Dennehy! He's our serial killer! Oh, he's our Boston boy! That's me, normally. That's how much I don't like Conor fucking McGregor. It's not even I can't stand him, he's irritating.
Oh, he's so irritating.
Oh, he's fucking irritating.
What makes him more irritating?
But it's self fight.
He's good. He's great.
He was. I think his day is done.
No, he's still. No, he's still okay.
He get that belt back?
UFC in 2 years.
Can he win that belt back?
2 years.
Can he win that belt back? That guy kicked his ass.
He needs a fight. Oh, look, I think what's going to happen is, it might seem crazy at this moment, I think Khabib's going to get stripped because the athletic commissions are fucking furious, dude.
Well, you lived in Las Vegas. Like, what's the odds of that happening?
They don't fucking play. I think it's kind of
unless it's John Jones.
It's like 60-40. They might strip him because this isn't like what happened in Brooklyn.
I don't think they should.
This happened in the crowd. This is different. This is
it's outrageous.
This went in the crowd. It started riots. This is a little bit different.
Yeah.
So I think he gets stripped. Conor fights for the interim belt because that makes the most sense financially. So he gets his little buffer fight. Then Khabib comes back, biggest fight in UFC history.
Khabib.
I always call it
At least you don't call
better than Khabib.
Khabib. Oh, it's funny. They're both, I don't care. And by the way, let me get this out of the way right now, all right? I'm not a fucking UFC expert. I talk about trending topics on social media. This is a big social media thing because most of the people that captured the brawl were social media. That's how it got out. All right. So I'm not saying. Here's another one, guys. Conor McGregor and Khabib Romanowski, or whatever the fuck his name is, would whip my ass. I'm quite aware, and they better. They're professional athletes. That doesn't mean they're not babies, and that doesn't mean I can't call them babies. I bet you wouldn't call that to their face. You're damn right I wouldn't. You're right. They'd kick my fucking ass. Are we okay? Have I avoided the comments and say, yeah, you wouldn't say that to their face? You're damn right.
No, you didn't.
I wouldn't call Mike Tyson crazy easy, but it doesn't mean he's not crazy. And it doesn't mean both these guys are just absolute, like, babies. Thank you, Bunny Bond. Dave is back. Missed you. Thank you so much.
Hey, missed you too. Even though I have.
See, I don't get this. Like, see, Conor's the new bad guy, so he turned heel. But to me, it was a double heel turn because the behavior of Khabib after he just got, and I think of. And I was willing to let that go when he talked shit after Conor tapped out, which is kind of unsportsmanlike. I will because of some of the shit that was going on in the fans. All right, fine, I'll whatever shit. Sure. But remember how much shit Brock Lesnar took 10 years ago when he sort of did a wrestling bit after he beat somebody.
Well, you got to remember too, Conor pulled the same move. He jumped the barrier and he went right nose to nose with Jose Aldo a while back, but he didn't touch anybody.
Yeah,
and that's where there is a difference. While there's similarities, there is a difference. And by the way, there is no question, Khabib beat the fuck out of Conor.
Oh, God.
He made
him look stupid.
He took his best weapon away from him and shook it off like he got stung a few times. And that's striking. I mean, it's really, it's like, you can see him. He's kind of like, wasn't that bad. It hurt, but whatever. And if you, it became painfully obvious that Conor couldn't beat that guy.
No, not on that.
Not in this century.
I mean, his wrestling is kind of
Well, Conor's wrestling always been kind of.
He did a great job defending it. I mean, he's stuck in there.
Yeah, but if you go in and all you do is defend, it's just a matter of time, and that's exactly how the fight ended up.
That's what Khabib does. Yeah, that's what he does.
He does. It looks like he can hold his own striking. His strikes look. He can. He's definitely champion of the world, but it doesn't make him any less of a bitch.
Yeah.
People think I'm too scared to show footage.
The language afterwards, that drove me nuts.
What's that?
How are you going to go from an area that is contained for fighting to settle disputes in a legal way in this instance, and then fight somebody outside of that contained structure and go, he said mean words?
Yeah, I know. Let's read what this baby fucking said. Right? This is Nugam. See, I think you need to be boosted a little. Khabib. All right. Nuga Mara, whatever. Khabib. Yeah.
Khabib.
Jesus Christ.
That's why they put Khabib on the card.
Yeah,
he talk about my religion. He talk about my country. He talk about my father. He come to Brooklyn, broke bus. He almost killed a couple of people. Worry about this. Worry about this shit. Why people talk? Wait a minute. First of all, did he talk about your country and talk about your religion, and that's why you jumped over the fucking thing to attack somebody who didn't do that? Like, I can understand you don't like Conor. He's a douchebag. But and here's another thing that's really kind of embarrassing. And look at this. And this is the funny thing is they call him the Eagle. That guy that he's jumping on, he kind of kicked your ass. That was another funny part. He kind of, like, he wasn't afraid of that dude at all. And he kind of slapped him around a little bit. The Eagle, they call him.
The Eagle soundtrack.
Survivor, what do you got? Hit the button, monkey.
Yeah, hit the button, monkey.
Fucking monkey, come on.
It's not working. What the...
I know it's another time, but I'd be remiss if we didn't bring up the fact that Muhammad Ali called Joe Frazier a fucking gorilla for like 3 years.
Called him Uncle Tom too.
He called him a lot of fucked up things.
And it was over time when he finally snapped. Joe Frazier finally snapped, but it was at least over time. Right. And he didn't. It was just on a. I think he threw a punch at a weigh-in, and that's not a big a deal because everybody up there. It's not like the crowd. No one's gonna get hurt in the crowd. And to be honest with you. Even then, Joe Frazier was out of line. The idea that Khabib is not out of line here is just because he's the new good guy. I don't give a fuck. You think I give a shit if he said something about his religion? I don't give a fuck. I don't like the idea that the guy's champion of the world and he's one of these guys that you can't say that. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, I literally fought against that shit here on YouTube. But he said something about who cares? Who cares? What if he said something about your religion? Oh, I think I'd start a riot. You know, I mean,
let me ask you this, Tommy, because this is interesting, isn't it? Because what's the way you settle things when you start screaming at each other and calling each other names? The most ultimate way is the fucking fight, right?
But they're professionals.
Did.
Yeah, but they're professionals. I mean, I think the thing that bothers me the most is I know UFC is a legit sport, and they literally turned it into a total circus. Vince McMahon laughs at you. You know, I mean, I want UFC to do better than that. And then we have this guy, you can't say stuff about my religion. Man, fuck you. Fuck you. I am a little sick of my religion. It's not even just, by the way, it's not just Muslims, by the way. It's all of them. Conor McGregor. Tommy, I'm going to kick your fucking ass if you don't shut your fuck up. Fuck you too, Conor.
You do fucking not.
Yeah?
That's right.
Yeah, you'll do nothing but get choked the fuck out. How do you like that? Fucking. Oh my God. I mean, just two of them are just babies. Babies. And like I said, I liked Conor at first until I realized it wasn't an act. He was really an obnoxious asshole. And just because you have the same ethnicity as somebody, and the thing is, I'm Irish American. He's Irish. I like being Irish American better. Right? How dare Conor insult his religion? Yeah, Jesus Christ, who cares?
He bust after all.
And I guarantee if fucking he made if what's his name made a snap about, you know, Conor being a drunken patty, everybody would have thought it was cute.
Right.
You know. And by the way, I wouldn't have cared about it. Conor's like, he shouldn't be saying stuff about drunken patties. That's not right. It's racist. Fuck you, Conor. Believe me, it's even right down the line. The Eagle should take it easy. Yeah, I mean, God, just my problem is it ruined the sport. I mean, it really looks. Really, fucking this guy he's a capable fighter. Like this guy, Khabib is great. He's a good fighter. He's fun to watch. He beat up the guy that's been dominating. You know, and then he pissed away his payday. It's just stupid. There's a guy in hockey who did this. If you want to get a good laugh, look up Mike Milbury. Jumps in Madison Square Garden stands. He jumps in the fucking stands and he takes this Madison Square, it's like 1978 or 79, right? There's a fight between the Rangers and the Bruins after the whistle, okay? And for some reason, some idiot fan throws something. I might have been Don Cherry, actually, right? Yeah. Throws something at Don Cherry, all right? This guy loses his shit, right? At least he threw something at him. He just didn't call him a name. This guy, Mike Millie, climbs in the stands, starts beating up the fans with his gloves on, initially, throws his glove off, and when he can't beat this fucking, like, middle-aged guy anymore, he takes off his shoe, and in the middle of the garden, with ice skates on, over the glass, starts to hit this prick on the fucking head. I swear, no, it wasn't Slapshot. In fact, I think it happened before Slapshot came out.
This was real.
I'm pretty sure it did.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Oh, I need to find this now. Okay,
it was amazing.
Yeah, look, I think 76.
Shoe.
Yeah, find out what year that was.
Yeah, Mike Milbury's shoe. Oh, it comes up. Okay, cool.
I'm going to talk about this a little bit later on when I'm going to do a round table more than likely later on tonight. I'm going to talk about this more in depth, but there's only really one person to blame for all this shit.
Yeah.
And it's
here we go.
The worst fucking man in sports today.
Here we go.
How is Dana White responsible? Explain that.
Dana White has been lying and manipulating for so long that this is just.
But how is that? But how is he responsible for this jackass jumping over the fucking cliff?
Exactly. The nepotism. The fact that goddamn thing that happened in Brooklyn was such an obvious, at least half work. They sent Conor there. They knew something was going to happen. Now, it got out of fucking control, which things like that are very easily to do. But nothing happened to Conor afterwards. And now Dana wants to talk about stricken titles and all this shit. When he let Conor back
that's
in
a good point.
after he was, come on.
That's a good point.
He's done this over and over with so many fucking people.
He has preferences.
Nobody respects the sport no more. Nobody respects Dana White no more. Nobody respects the UFC because of it. The fighters revolt constantly. Oh, I'm going to get into it.
I don't think.
No, I think
he let CM Punk fight again. I just like
twice. You let that motherfucking old.
I got to be honest with you.
Prick fight twice.
I got to be honest with you.
1979, by the way, was the Milbury thing.
And when the movie came out. When the movie come out?
Give me one.
I think it happened. I think it happened for years. Forget it. I don't want to go back on hockey.
You're good.
I think it was 76, by the way. I
still want to know.
77.
Let me ask you something. The thing that happened with Logan Paul, I want to ask you, where Logan Paul was just like, wait a minute, you let CM Punk fight twice. What are you shutting me down for? Was Logan in the right?
Logan was 100% in the right.
I thought so too. I mean, like, what are you talking about? You know?
Logan Paul's
probably makes even less sense. All the people who were like, Logan was stupid. This is why it doesn't make sense. over time, Logan Paul was arguably a better investment than CM Punk.
Yeah, no kidding. And he had the credentials. He has the rookie credentials to go into it, too. That's
and
crazy.
23-year-old stud athlete who wants to fucking fight. CM Punk wanted to do this as a hobby because he got into some Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
37 years old, not a great fucking athlete.
No.
You tell me what the better investment is. All right?
Yeah.
And their audience bases, pretty fucking even.
You know, I can't believe I was sticking up for Logan Paul because he goes, you have no idea what I can do. And I'm thinking to myself, I didn't think Logan Paul and Jake Paul were capable of anything when I saw their talent. And look what they've done. I don't put anything past those guys.
They are freak athletes.
Dana's an
freak
idiot.
athletes at a young age.
I don't know about freak athlete.
Logan might be, not Jake.
Logan might be elite. Logan might be elite.
Logan is a great athlete.
Yeah, Jake, I'm not so sure about.
If either of the two can do it, I'm definitely putting my money on Logan.
Logan's bigger. I think Logan would have the better shot.
I saw him do that American Ninja thing, and how strong he is. Like it's unbelievable.
That was actually.
But I wasn't really impressed with his fighting. I wasn't impressed with either of their fighting. But it's like he said after the fight. He said, "Look, it was just a matter of I've never boxed before. Now I know conditioning's more a part of it. That will be corrected." And I actually totally bought it. You know, I actually totally bought Logan. I think
those first 2 rounds against KSI, that was some of the most dominant rounds I've seen in boxing in a long fucking time.
Well, you got to give KSI credit for hanging in there too.
He crushed KSI.
Yeah, he did. But KSI came back though. You got to give him that.
Yeah, Logan ran out of gas.
Logan was instantly gassed after that second round.
And he said that was my fault.
Ask Mcgregor. He couldn't do anything.
He took responsibility for it too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and by the way, McGregor's been through the same thing with Diaz. Now you got to remember that too.
Why are YouTubers better than these 2 professional athletes? Like, why are they?
I don't get it. It's retarded.
It is absolutely retarded.
There you go.
There's your answer.
There's the answer.
Logan fucked with a dead guy. Kill 2 fans. Let Logan fight Dana White. Yeah, right.
By the way, we're not arguing that any of the people that we're talking about are good or even decent human beings because they're
no, I can safely say Logan's not a decent human being.
No.
I'm not as sure about Khabib, but I don't like him. I hate this. This makes me nuts. This makes me nuts. He talked about my religion. Fuck you. You're in America.
You're just saying that because
fuck you. And you know what? You're probably just saying. You mean the guy that you jumped was talking about your religion like not even 30 seconds after you got Conor to tap the fuck out? You pissed away a total payday. You made the fucking UFC look like the WWE. And by the way, WWE's fake. You know?
Right.
I mean, like,
is it?
Like, you know, I'm supposed to feel sorry for you because somebody called you a name? Get the fuck out of here. How much you want to bet that guy yelled, you know, said you weren't acting humble or something along those lines, and you freaked the fuck out?
Context.
What?
I'll tell you exactly what happened.
Oh, what happened?
Context to it. Throughout the course of the fight, Khabib's corner was talking about Conor, who was cheating during the fight, which he was. He was grabbing the gloves and he was grabbing the shorts consistently throughout the fight. The corner guy, one of the people who's actually a fighter in Bellator, I forget the guy's name. The guy ended up getting fucking.
Vitor Bellator is a great fucking fighter, man.
No, it's not. No. Vitor,
he fights
right? For Bellator.
Oh,
this guy. Dylan something in his name. He said something back to him. It got into a fucking thing, and Khabib jumped over the fucking thing and tried to squash him. He didn't even call him any.
So it had nothing to do because so he sits there, fucks up the UFC, and then he bitches about Conor McGregor did in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
It's like the people who write me on Twitter.
Makes no sense.
Everybody's stupid.
Like, I get that people want to say Conor had it coming, and in some ways he did. But the way that people are going back to Brooklyn and stuff, we live in a world where that already happened. And fucking Khabib's camp vehemently fucking threw him under the bus.
They condemned him for it.
You know, here's another thing. I know people go, we are not talking about what happened at the ring and who's at fault. Oh, fuck that shit. They're both at fault.
They're both.
Right.
You know, I can't really decide if Conor was attacked first in the ring. I'll tell you what did happen that is disgusting. That I don't know if Conor hit that guy's coach and those guys came in to defend him, I would have been halfway okay with that. Me, keep in mind. But he did hit Conor in the back of the head. That shows you what kind of guys are in that camp. That was the first punch. Now, he may have asked for it by attacking the coach, but the tape that I saw looked like the coach attacked him. But you know what? It doesn't matter because they're all at fault anyway. But here's one thing that you cannot take away. That guy with the red shirt hit Conor in the back of the head. That's cowardice. Now, that has nothing, and that's not fucking Khabib's fault. No. But you know what? I think it says something about Khabib because he had already jumped over the fucking cage.
Yeah. He led that whole fucking excursion into the goddamn audience, man. I mean, you can't go into the audience. We learned this in the NBA. Don't go into the audience. All right, you
Doesn't
just
end well.
It's only funny in hockey.
Does not end well.
It's only,
It's only.
Ty Domi pulled a fan into the fucking penalty box and beat the shit out of him. That was funny.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
And what do you think you're gonna like? You could kick everybody in that arena. You could kick their ass. Like, what do you have to prove? You just want a title. You should do this. You fucking grab that title, jump on top of the cage, and say, "I'm the best in the world." No, you make fun of my religion. You're a fucking baby, Conor McGregor. You're a fucking baby. You piss away your legacy. And you know what? If you're Irish, you don't have to like him. If you don't want to, I'm giving you permission. If any Irish people want to call up, I saw a bunch of Irish people on my pilot. They're embarrassed. I never liked the prick to begin. Well, I wouldn't say to begin with. I liked him at first.
You liked it for a little while.
Yeah, it was funny what he's doing. He's selling fights, and I realized, oh my god, he's crazy. You know, it was always so cool the way you know, and God, when Ali was doing it, he was touching racial buttons, but not crossing the line. You know what I mean? Yeah. He was really, he made people hate him so much. But he got in that area like Stone Cold Steve Austin, where he was such a heel, people started to love him because he was so good at being the heel. You know, and they started rooting for him.
There's a phrase for it. It's selling the fight.
And it was and he used to work the whole white guy black guy thing with Howard Cosell. It was all a work. Or something, it's quasi work, you know, like
it's theatrics.
Yeah, it was an act.
Look, he was
they would call each other's names, and the camera would go up and say, "Hey, Howard, how you been? How's the kids?" You know, I mean,
he was front row at Howard's fucking funeral with Billy Crystal, by the way. So it's like, come on, you know, what are we talking about here? It's theatrics. It's
theatrics. But with Conor, I don't think it's theatrics. I think it's something
wants that all out. Khabib says in the post-fight interview, that's not what the fight game is. The fight game isn't trash talk. We don't want. Are you fucking?
Shut up.
Are you high?
Shut up. You're not gonna. No wonder they want to suspend you. You're not gonna make that company any money.
In my home country, we are not allowed to have fun.
I don't mean that he has to go out and beat Muhammad Ali or Conor McGregor. That doesn't mean he is. You be the fighter that you're most comfortable being. But you can't sit there and what a shock coming from Muslims telling everybody what they can and can't do. Seems to be a big problem here in Europe as well.
And enforcing with violence. You can't do that. You can tell them what to do and not do, but you can't punch him in the face when they don't do what you say. Right. You can't do that.
Go beat his, get a rematch. Beat his ass again. I don't fucking know. Right. I'm glad you're losing your money.
All the money is on the table right now.
You know, and Conor, dude, people hate you so much now that they're sticking up for this idiot.
Right.
You got to look at my timeline. And is that idiot ready to go? Good. No, he's not.
Here we go.
No, Mr. Salt. Yeah. Come on in. I'm ready for you, you prick. This fucking idiot guy that's been calling me out for weeks. Here's what I wrote.
Fuck you, Dave.
I finally found somebody in UFN I like less than Conor McGregor. That means I didn't like him, for those who don't understand English. All right? I cannot wait till the day comes when I have to scrape Khabib off the mat. I can't. You know why? Because I already got Conor. I got to laugh at that. Get up, you Mick. Okay. And that day will come. It comes for everyone. Every fighter loses. Unless you're like Rocky Marciano or some shit. I think he won everything, right? He died in a plane.
Lost.
He did.
Died undefeated, baby.
Yeah.
John Jones lost
fucking plane crash, right?
And now just gets pop on drug tests so he can't fight anybody and lose.
My wife said it to me. You know what my wife said to me?
Back, baby.
You know what my wife said? He goes, Rocky Marciano just died. It's like fucking 50 years ago.
What?
Yeah, he died in a plane crash like 50 years ago. What are you talking about?
What is Andy on?
I don't know.
Shit.
I don't know. And here's what this moron starts with. And by the way, I want to keep in mind, this fucking idiot calls me out constantly on Twitter. And it's like I said, he might as well have wrote this. I finally find somebody I like less than the UFC, Conor McGregor. He should have wrote hamster wheels. And that's it would have made more sense. LOL, you fucking hypocrite. You talk too much shit and you get hit. I guess he's talking, how am I a hypocrite? So we gone from what's hypocritical about the statement above, Dave?
Nothing. It doesn't even make sense. And that's not just because you're my friend. There's no. I'll call you hypocrite when I think you are.
What's hypocritical?
There's
not in that tweet.
When have I jerked off fucking Conor McGregor? He got his reaction and wanted his suit after his pompous showmanship. Yeah, sure. Where do we disagree here? And you're just a butt-hurt Irish whose idol just got choked out like a bitch. Can you read the first sentence? These are the guys say, oh, I'm going to call you up. I'm going to kick your ass. I'm going to make you look stupid. Oh, please. Oh, please.
Jesus.
Give me a break, Army man. I mean, how stupid can you be? Is it possible to be any more dumb?
Well, jump into waiting in the call and we'll find out.
Is he in there?
No.
Not yet.
No.
Links in the chat, though.
There is just
What
so
are we?
much
Oh,
wrong
it
with
doesn't.
this
It doesn't stop there.
Oh,
You got to
God.
see these tweets.
That's a great still picture of McGregor.
Yeah, I know. What
That
an
is
idiot. It
great.
says, and you know what? It says everything about him. Retard.
I Mongo, I take chair. What is that? Is that a chair? What is that?
Yeah, I think so.
Fantastic.
All right, here's another guy. Here's this guy, Luca. Why not? We do have to like him. It's raw Irish law number of. Like Conor McGregor, too. Drink Guinness, and even if it's horrible. What's number 3? I don't know. Oh, that's something
Probably
in Gaelic.
like Dropkick
No,
Murphy.
It's something in Gaelic, actually. I don't have to like him.
Roddy Piper was screaming? Holy fuck.
I don't know. Here's what Conor mocked Khabib's family. Don't care. Right? Religion and country. Don't care. Don't care. My country is mocked on a daily basis. All I have to do is turn on my Twitter feed. I never fucking punched anybody over it.
All of you watch our fucking politics like it's a fucking soap opera.
Dennis is
Here's the big divide here, though, guys. The big divide is if it's just regular shit talk in an everyday environment, okay, it can end in fisticuffs, sure. But this ended in a fight anyway. That's the point.
That's
the
so
squash
stupid.
fucking be the legal fight.
It's so stupid.
Really?
This is insanity.
I didn't know that.
Oh my god.
The
These
bad
two
part of the
hate each
post
other.
This is called.
And here's what it goes. He's not defending Conor. He's just everybody gets theirs in their time. You know, like, why is that indecipherable to you? Why is that so difficult for you? And then, like, when I finally like
oh god, you
when people started lighting this idiot up. Well, and then he's like, yeah, I guess they're big Khabib fans or Khabib. He starts sending me fucking pictures of Conor getting his ass kicked. Guess you need pictures to help you like a school kid.
We know that Conor lost. It's okay.
Yeah, we know that.
I'm glad he lost. I don't like him. What part of it did you get? I can see why you didn't call me, guy. I can see why you didn't call me. I get that.
Shit, I lost a bet to Tonka over this. I'm not happy. Fuck.
Unbelievable. Is that him?
Ooh.
I don't know. Count Kimura?
Is that you?
That sounds like the douchey type of name he might have. Count
Is that you? Is you the idiot that wrote me?
Kimura?
Oh, no, you're just the idiot that can't work their fucking mic. Somebody get in if your mic check works. One of my staff get in there and start checking their mics.
He was doing his Khabib promo impression. That's what he was doing.
Is that what he was doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, the silent one, the one that doesn't sell anything.
My God.
Yeah, nothing.
Was it him, Shivago?
Nope, nothing. They didn't say anything.
I don't understand these people. I don't get it. So nobody came in. Coward.
No.
Yeah, you called me a coward.
No.
So I told the fucking, you know what? I'm going to play this now. I wasn't going to play this before, but I'm going to play it now.
You fucking idiot. Don't answer that. Your tweets do it for you. I'm going to say it real slow so you can understand it. Stupid. Real stupid. All right? I found someone I like less than Conor McGregor. I said it's real slow, so a moron like you can understand it. How can I be butthurt when I don't like the fucking Mick to begin with? I mean, ask yourself something. Here's what I want you to do for being so painfully stupid. Because, by the way, this is the last time I'm answering you because I'm muting. I'm so sick of you calling me out on shit that I never did. All right, here's what I want you to do. I want you to find your mother, all right? Okay, kick her in the cunt, hard as you can, because she's fucking, she screwed up society. First, for giving birth to you. That was a bad move, and I'm sure your dad's long gone, all right? Second, for telling you we were smart.
Hey, you called me a fucking coward. Come in now, bitch.
Because this is a common problem with people your age. This is a real big problem. You have parents that tell you, oh, isn't that good? He picked his nose. He's so brilliant. Yeah, she shouldn't have done that. She should have said, I don't know, she should have rewarded you with compliments when you actually did something smart. But it was so fucking few and far between, she had to reward you for, actually, by the time you're 7 years old, you can take a shit in your own. All right? That's what I want you to do. And here's the last thing. Before we go. When you say you finally...
Yeah, I know. That's the other move. I got you. No, I got you. And here's another thing. I don't know why, and this guy has said half a bunch of crazy, insane shit about baited, about the stuff I never did, shit I never said, calling him a hypocrite. I don't know what's hypocritical about. I hope they both lose. In fact, by default it can't. It's almost an oxymoron. I hope they both lose. I don't like either of them.
Aside from the obvious entertainment factor that these bring so often, I don't know why you keep responding to these fucking idiots. I really
you think like after 4 years you've figured it out by now.
You'd stop, but you haven't. You love it.
Stop.
You love it. I think you love calling other Irishmen mixed so much.
They get a chance to do it.
Yeah, I found a good opening.
And by the way, kicker in the cunt, fucking bravo.
Keep giving me content.
Yeah, Shivago, can you clip that kicker in the cunt?
And he's not even in there. He's not even in there. And you know what? I don't want to hear any shit. Oh, I couldn't get there till later. No wonder. You dope.
No, he told you. He got.
How much you want to bet he's? Oh man, I can't. I can't. Oh fuck! I did write that one thing wrong. He probably, I didn't read the whole tweet. I just saw what I wanted to see. All right. Well, anyway. All right. That's it with the Conor reality. There's a lot of other shit going on. I don't know what do you want to cover first? Kavanaugh or better health?
Kavanaugh first, probably. Let's get all that shit out of the way.
I love beer.
I don't know even what to say. I mean, I didn't.
Right.
I didn't fucking. A lot of these I guess I'm not the right wing guy I used to be. I didn't fucking celebrate. You know what I mean? I didn't really celebrate. And I got to be honest with you. And I'm a veteran. I've only been embarrassed about my country twice in my life. That's probably quite low to some American liberals who are constantly embarrassed for the country. It was only twice. It was the first time, it was during Katrina, and when we sent Europeans to go help. We take care of our own shit. That's never happened in my lifetime, and I don't think any time in American history. I was generally embarrassed that we couldn't take care of our own shit. Right? And considering we were at war at that time, and things weren't going that well in Iraq and Afghanistan, it was a very, very embarrassing time. Okay? It took a lot. The other one was the circus act I saw in D.C. this week. Absolutely embarrassed. Now, when fucking Europeans say to me, while they're arresting Count Dankula, right? What a shithole my country is. I'm sorry. I think you're the ones that were backwards, not us. All right? Call me crazy. By the way, real quick, that guy that made that show, Father Ted, I think is Graham Lenehan or some shit like that.
Right,
The guy that said that he's a racist, he should go to jail, and even tried to put pressure on GoFundMe so he couldn't file his appeal. Guess what he got this past weekend? An investigation over transphobic comments on Twitter. A police investigation. And because he's a lefty, yeah. I'm not kidding you. At Glinner.com or at Glinner on Twitter. Yeah. That's the same guy that told and it's funny, he stuck up for a guy who made a bomb threat a couple months ago because it was a joke. All right? He stuck up for the guy.
That's funny.
Yeah, and but not for Dankula because he doesn't like his politics. But this guy got investigated. But of course, because Glenner's a fucking big celebrity, he got a warning. He didn't have to face a fine. And you know what? If you go right now, this jackass that made that, what I think is a fucking bigoted show is. You want to talk about, getting and you know what? I am in the minority about this. Father Ted is the most anti-Irish Catholic show on the planet. Yes, I know he's Irish, but the guy who made that show, in my opinion, really hates Catholics. All right? Guess what? I don't think it should be taken down. I did what normal people do when they don't like something or they find something racist. I didn't watch it. Crazy, right? Crazy way to do things. You might want to try it, Khabib. Oh. Don't listen. Baby.
Wouldn't that be too easy, though? My God. And look, part of this whole goddamn thing, too, not to go back to it too much, but Conor said it was never going to be over, and it looks like it's never going to be over. Conor said it his own words.
Well, you know what? It's going to be over when nobody cares. Like, when enough people get to the point, when Conor's just an asshole and Khabib's a moron. You know what Khabib is? I saw him wrestling a fucking bear when he was 9 years old. All right? It's like, what a fucking hillbilly.
That's everything you know right there.
And by the way, it was obviously a tame bear cub, and both the cub and the boy were having a blast. You know, the bear cub's like, "Hey, no one ever played with me before. This is great."
I fight better.
I didn't fight a bear.
I fight bear. No fun at home.
He rolled around with a tame cub.
What is with everybody fighting animals? I mean, if San
Well,
Martino fought a fucking
beast.
big gigantic gorilla and shit, and fucking this guy's fighting bears at 9 years old.
And for all you guys that think I don't have the guts to run UFC equipment or equipment, UFC clips, I do. You can see UFC clips right here. This is when Khabib jumps over the fucking railing. You got to see this if you didn't see it before. That wasn't it, was it? All right, here it is. Whoops!
Oh,
That's Fred Durst.
Oh, that's Fred Durst?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, Fred Durst is still alive?
Yes.
it is.
Holy shit! That's
If
amazing.
you actually watch it again, it's really funny. This is really funny. This is Fred Durst. You know who that was? That tried to kick him?
Who?
Shaggy Two Dope from Insane Clown Posse.
You fucking liar!
I don't even make
Are
this
you
shit up.
serious? That was an ICP guy. That
happened-
makes sense.
It happened in
my-
Camden, New Jersey at a metal festival.
He used to wrestle. He can do a better drop kick than that. What the fuck?
No. If you really look close, he actually is about to make content, and they actually pull him out of the air.
Oh,
He-
is that?
yeah. Like Durst got lucky; he didn't get like knocked the fuck out. You know.
I can't. That's Shaggy Two Dope. Holy fuck!
I wonder what he did to
I
piss
can't
him off.
believe either of
like
them were still alive.
that. Yeah. Two like fucking late 40s guys like throwing drop kicks at a show. What the fuck is going on, man? People call me a man child for running this show. Really?
Well, you
This
are.
guy's older than
That's
me.
okay.
Yeah. I went to go see them as a teenager. Keep rolling.
Be loving this shit right here.
Yeah. Yo, people loving this shit right here. Let's watch it one more time.
Tell
'cause
I am Pete. We
Watch
should
this.
listen
Watch
to
this. This is really great.
I have the power of God and anime on my side. Yeah. It's amazing.
It's one guy. Calm down, it's one guy. Well, it's two guys.
Juggalos don't play.
Don't fuck with juggalos.
Whoop whoop.
Spray you in the eye with some Fago.
Fred Durst still makes
We got
music.
hatchets.
I like Fago. I've had it.
Fago's not bad.
It's not bad.
You just can't drink it
It's
every
really
day or it
fucking
turns you
sugary
retarded.
though. It's really super sugary, but it's pretty good.
It will turn you into a retard if you drink too much of it. I
Apparently.
mean, it explains a lot.
Apparently.
Look at
Push
West
it.
Portland.
Do you drink Fago? They're all old
Looks
farts.
like he drinks.
All right,
I
go
almost
back to
full spit
Kavanaugh.
take.
Actually, you know,
You almost got me on my first
get
spit
this,
take.
get this. Fucking, I got to throw my hat. You know, DeOrio found this shit. This guy posted this in Reddit, and it got upvoted in some lefty site. Let me read this to you. This is appalling. Kavanaugh categorically denied the allegations without providing a scintilla. What does that say?
Scintilla?
Scintilla.
Like a candle?
Scintilla. I didn't know that
Scintilla?
word. Okay. Providing a scintilla of evidence to support his denials. As a reasonable person, I think if it didn't happen, he would have at least told someone at the time that it did not happen. He should be held to a higher standard. This got upvoted like to the
There's
top.
supposed to be something.
Yeah,
There's
it's got
supposed to be
on some
something
lefty
in the past.
website, and the guy wrote like "fucking you idiots."
I'm just trying to figure this out. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. He wants him to admit this or acknowledge something that he didn't know happened.
It was a troll. It was a troll, but all the lefties upvoted it to the top. It was a fucking.
Oh,
troll.
that's great. That's
You know, man. You said it. You say it. You're talking all the
should-
things that we need to be out there.
He told
Tell
someone.
those truths.
It's fucking insanity. But I don't know. I think the thing was I didn't get in the fucking debate. I don't believe the Republicans are dancing. If you ask me, she's a liar. It doesn't make it to me. She's a liar. She doesn't. Nothing makes sense. She didn't know where it was. She didn't know where it happened. All the people that she said could corroborate the story could not. She just knows who did it, and she doesn't even know how she got home. Oh wow, the FBI investigation was too short. What's to investigate? She doesn't know where it happened, when it happened, or how she got there, or how she got home. Where do you start?
It's not even about trying to say this woman is lying or anything like that. There's just simply not enough there to fucking have anything credible. What's wrong with saying that? Why is that so crazy to say?
I know. It's like everybody's afraid to call her a fucking liar. I don't, or at least
that doesn't bring in views.
Maybe you don't call her a liar. Maybe you don't call her a liar. Maybe you don't call her a liar. What happened? I lost my mic for a second. That was weird. And didn't even move. Why can't you say something like, I don't believe her.
Right.
I don't believe her. I don't think she's telling the truth.
In this situation, sure, why not?
Well, I tell you so with the Patrick Kane situation, right? I think that girl thought she was telling the truth.
Very possible.
I do believe that, right? I don't believe for a minute that somebody erases all their social media, right? Out of nowhere. Thank you so much, Isaac. $5. A Muslim runs into a crowd and blows his paycheck. What?
That's comment of the fucking.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Isaac Kite's a funny guy. He's the only funny Finn I ever met in my life.
For that one.
How many funny Scandinavians do you know? And don't say Whaler because he's just mean. That's what makes him funny. But Isaac Kite's he's a funny Scandinavian.
That was very funny.
Yeah.
That was good.
See, I think she's lying. I think do I know she's lying? No. But there's no way to tell.
There's not enough there. There's just not. It's and the fact that both sides turn this into
and then you have idiots like you have that.
How many?
I've heard people said, "Well, he didn't prove it didn't happen." Oh my God.
That's painful.
How many years have passed since this allegedly happened?
30. None of you I don't think even Dave was alive.
No, I think it was after.
You would have been an infant. You would like the 82, 83. She doesn't know.
Yeah, I was a baby. Yeah, 82, 83, 87, all the same.
Yeah. Well, didn't run in the same crowd. Nobody could corroborate her story. But she's a hero because she told the story that she can't corroborate. I don't think she's a hero. And I think this is what really comes down to, and not all it's the same thing as a McGregor fight. You can get into this, that, and the other thing. Yeah, she lied up there about being able to fly. He lied about what a fucking drunk he was. You know, I'm sure he was fucking out of control in high school. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm being reasonable. I'm not saying Kavanaugh's a saint. I think they both fucking lied about stupid shit.
Sure.
Well, actually, you could make the argument she lied about more serious shit because she lied about the fucking lie detector test.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So that's much what he said. He said what everybody says in a job interview. No, I've never been drunk out of my mind where I passed out. Right.
Well, remember, too, she's the one who made the allegation. It's not like he has to fucking defend something that he brought up because he decided to for a fucking fun.
Yeah, she made the allegation. It's up to her to fucking say it happened.
Absolutely. You know, it's just.
I don't buy it. I don't believe her. I think she's a liar. Sue me.
It pisses me off how disgusting it got. By both sides, by the way.
And I was embarrassed. Well, I don't think that I won't go as far like by both sides. The other one side had to defend himself. I like how they fucking sit there and call the guy a rapist, and he started crying about it. Seeing his whole life get, oh, wow, he can't handle the court. Look, he couldn't even call the rapist, the gang rapist correctly. I mean, what the fuck? I think actually it turned
televised.
What?
This shit should not have been televised.
You know what? It only started being televised in the 70s, I found out. The old way they used to do it, used to, and I like these Democrats, like, oh, we didn't learn enough about him. Just read his fucking decisions.
Right.
That's it. And what they used to do, that's what they used to do. They used to send you, if you were a senator, you got the decisions, right? And you read them, right? That's constitutional. That's constitutional. Because, by the way, their politics don't come into this. It's whether they hold up the Constitution or not. That's it. That's the only rules, right? And they go, okay, I'm going to vote for him. I'm not going to vote for him. And they used to send it in, mail it in. It was only after Roe v. Wade when they turned it to a circus act. Yeah. And I remember Clarence Thomas as clear as day, but he had the black card to pull. Fucking Kavanaugh had to cry like a white boy. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Did you see what just came out about the Colbert Show?
God, what did he
His
do?
top writer came out and said, whatever happens, I'm just glad we ruined Brett Kavanaugh's life.
Of course. That doesn't surprise me. That's what they fucking do.
And that's what it's about. And you know what? That's why he's in. Because people saw that.
Colbert once again.
Yeah. And that's why he's in, dude. Thanks. You got him in. Because people have had enough of that shit. What I wrote, look, the reason he got in was 3 reasons. Nobody trusts the mainstream media. What a shock from what we just heard. Nobody trusts. Rightfully. The mainstream media, nobody trusts us anymore because of fake news online. No. It's because of shit like that. All right?
Even in an entertainment context, because that is the Tonight Show and stuff. But even in that context.
Number two, if you are a rational person that can think critically, you can only come up with the fact is you can believe her just based on emotion, or you can accept the fact that even though she might believe her, she has nothing to back it up. And I'm sure there are people out there that I believe that Brett Kavanaugh raped her and they really believe it and it's not like for an agenda or something like that. But guess what? That don't fly on stuff like this. Should have spoke out earlier if that was the case. Sorry. Sucks. but it's the truth. You can't ruin a guy's life. And it's like, what's his name? Lindsey Graham said, what was he? Fucking Bill Cosby for like 2 years of his life and he stopped being Bill Cosby? That's not believable. And third and foremost,
good line, though.
And what is most important, Lindsey Graham's a beast since fucking John McCain died. What happened to him?
Off the leash, baby.
Yeah.
I'm missing
Nothing to hold him back.
John McCain less and less every day. I respect him. Sorta.
Sure. I respect what he did and everything.
What's most important is what Democrats, no matter what I say, no one's going to hear this. If you're a Democrat and you fucking believe this guy's a rapist, you're not going to hear what I'm going to say. It's just this is what's going to happen to you. That's right. Because that's how you can block this, what I'm about to say out. People are scared.
That sound again?
That's what you hear. When I say this, that's all you're going to hear. I'm just going to. People are scared of what's going on in D.C.
Yep.
They're scared. That's crazy behavior. Fucking that dope in New Jersey. This is my Spartacus moment. Withholding that evidence till last minute. They had that woman's testimony in July, the day she met with Feinstein. He met with Feinstein. They could have released it at any time if they were really concerned. See, the thing is, this is what it comes down to. All right? I'm going to make it say, nobody believes Ford. Not the Republicans, not the Democrats, not anybody. Nobody believes it. What do you mean? Dianne Feinstein believes it. No, she doesn't. She would have released it. Instead, she threw a Hail Mary pass at the end because she knew they couldn't keep this guy off the court legitimately. So they went illegitimate.
Hail Mary pass is the perfect phrase.
Yeah, I saw that from Rush Limbaugh, in fairness, but there's no way to call it. The Democrats don't believe her. They just used her. That's it. The Democrat, nobody believes her. She's just a weapon. She's was it ends to a means or whatever the fuck they call it.
Means to an end, absolutely.
That's all it is. That's all. And you are scaring the fuck out of the American public.
The fact that they would go that far for that end to that means,
that's freaking people out, bro.
It's fucked up.
And I have a little trouble believing that's going to hurt Republicans come 4 weeks from now, because all the polls say they're tightening. Trump is supposed to get his ass handed to him. Can you imagine this scenario? Can you imagine this scenario? He cleans up in the midterms, which, by the way, no president cleans up in the midterms except George Bush after 9/11. Okay, he got a break because of 9/11 happened. Everybody loses. Every president, fucking Bill Clinton, popular president, lost the House and the Senate. Everybody loses in the midterms. Can you imagine this scenario? Trump comes out big in the midterms. The Republican Party comes out big. And Ruth Buzzy Ginsburg dies. Now you're fucked. Because you can't pull the Hail Mary pass twice in a row. Because they're going to put a woman up. What are you going to do? Say she raped somebody? No, you're not. You're fucked. And you deserve it. Because nobody should trust you anymore. The Democrats don't believe Ford. They just tried to fuck that man. And most people know it. I've never had more Democrats in my life come to me and say, I can't believe this shit. I can't support this shit. More liberals, I can't believe this shit. I can't support this shit. That's why you lost. And you should. You should have lost. You know, and Ruth Ginsburg said something to the effect of, I will not be in the same room with him. I'm thinking, Ruth, you won't know if he's in the same room. You fall asleep through just about every goddamn session. You have no business on the court yourself. You should be impeached. You won't even know. She snores. She's a walking corpse. So don't worry. You won't know whether he's there or not, sweetheart. Jesus Christ.
It's fucking insanity.
If she farts, fucking the whole place gets dusty. You know?
Sky has info, you said?
Yeah, well, he said he has some info on the Kavanaugh stuff that we ought to know. He wants to know if he can be brought in.
Who is?
Sky.
Sky does read his whole name because that
Sky does memes.
Sky does memes. He's a member of the team. What info do you have?
Okay, Tommy. So kind of going back to the Kavanaugh case stuff, there's actually a lot more background info that we didn't know about.
Like?
Right? Okay, check your DMs. I sent you a link.
No, talk about it. I got time to do this shit in the middle of the show. What's take this stuff. Give me the biggest clickbait right off the top.
Okay, so basically, Kavanaugh's mom was a judge on a foreclosure case.
Oh, I did know this. I did know this.
Right?
Yes, I did know this.
Oh,
yes, okay. Kavanaugh. Yeah, Kavanaugh did intersect both the mother and the father's life with the case, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
Yes, Versts for his parents was the defendants on that foreclosure case.
But I mean, I got to be honest with you. I didn't know about. I don't think it changes a thing. That's just
No,
a circumstantial.
But it can offer more. It's circumstantial.
It's circumstantial for her motivations. Her motivations are irrelevant. She can't prove what she said.
Agreed.
So it really doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Agreed.
She can't prove what she said. She can't prove the allegation, and you could come to a reasonable conclusion and think she's either lying or mistaken. Either way, it's a reasonable conclusion to say she's mistaken or lying. I'm saying lying. Deal with it.
The empirical evidence isn't there. There's nothing to prove. There's nothing to investigate. Period.
No. And the Democrats kept reminding us over and over, this is not a court case. It's not a court case. What do you call it? What do they call that? Jurisprudence. Not jurisprudence.
Not mens rea.
When you're innocent until proven guilty. What the fuck is it called?
The burden of proof.
No.
Proof, yeah.
No, fucking... I can't even remember. Fuck.
Habeas corpus?
Thanks.
Yeah, it is habeas corpus, but it's a simpler way of saying it.
Oh, well, fuck.
Whatever.
Process.
Yeah. Due process, yes.
Yeah,
They kept on saying due process. The Democrats kept repeating over and over again. Due process doesn't apply. Due process doesn't apply. Due process doesn't apply. And they were quite literally, they're quite literally correct in this particular case. Why are they so excited about that? Why wouldn't they want to apply it to this and just about everything when it comes to accusing somebody? So I think we're getting a glimpse of what it would look like if these guys had the House, the presidency, and the goddamn Senate. Due process doesn't apply. At least to rape.
Remember, too, though, they weren't trying to convict them of something. They were trying to keep them off of fucking boards. So that's probably why they were saying the due process.
It doesn't apply, but it seems like they're awful comfortable with that, aren't they, Dave?
They're incredibly comfortable with it. And
I'm not comfortable with that. Do you remember? Thanks for calling, Sky. Appreciate it. Do you remember when we did the Patrick King thing? And that's what Greg Wyshynski said. Like they said, look, if you could just, he thinks they should suspend somebody if they're accused of rape, right? And it naturally brought up, what if the playoffs are coming up? They just accuse them of rape. You can take out Patrick Kane, Jonathan Tays, Lundqvist. Oh, wait, that wouldn't hurt that much.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that,
you can take anybody out you wanted. Well, it's more important that we protect women. That's fucked up.
Right.
There's a business in the world that could get away with doing that anyway. You can sue the pants off the NHL for doing it, you know?
Because
and that's what he wanted.
And only protecting one group of people.
Yeah.
You can't, like,
it's outrageous. But that's what I mean. I think this whole Me Too movement, what we saw with Patrick Kane, this is about getting you used to. Getting you used to
the accusation being the evidence.
To due process not being held in a high regard or not being practiced. That's what this is about. I never bought Me Too from day motherfucking one. It was a Harvey Weinstein situation. It had nothing to do with women being able to talk out and shit. This was an idea to mainstream something that they're already doing in college campuses, getting rid of the idea of due process. And I saw them, the journalists, try to impose this in the National Hockey League. I saw them do it. They threw due process out the window. And we heard the same thing from Wyshynski and Lampert and all those fucking reporters. It doesn't apply to the NHL. Why don't you want it to apply? Because they're tyrants.
Because the things will fall apart then, you know?
And because they act like tyrants, they're scaring away the American public. And they have nobody to blame but themselves. And thankfully, the American public, thus far, has seen through it. All right, Les.
Seems to be.
Yeah. And what else we got?
We got Phil. We got old Philly D.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, enlighten me on this, please.
All right.
This one's interesting because it's still so early.
I'm not going to fight with you. I wonder if you were tense up because I'm not a big Philly D fan. No. Better Health. All right. Obviously, a really shitty service. I'm going to shock the fuck. I'm into unpopular opinions. I'm going to give you one. There is absolutely no evidence that this is a scam.
Not yet.
There is evidence that, unless you have something I don't know, there is evidence that this is one poorly run company.
Yep.
There's no evidence.
To be fair, it's easy to
let's define scam. Okay, a scam is they went in with the intention.
The sole purpose is to
the sole purpose. That might not be that. There's no evidence that's the case. Now, the word scam on YouTube, thanks Keemstar, has become sort of like what Leafy did to literally. The word literally. That's scam.
It's memed.
It's fucked up. It needs to change. And maybe some guys like, I guess Boogie pulled out. What a shock. He was the first one to go. It might need to change, but I don't hold anybody accountable. Anybody. They need to break off, but they might be in a contract. They might have to continue. If you have to do 5 more commercials, right? You got to do 5 more commercials. If you signed to your contract, you got to keep doing that contract. Try to get out of it, get a lawyer. So I don't blame Boogie or Phil.
They don't have to. Tommy, I got to correct you there. I got to correct you there. Yeah. If they can prove that there's a scam, there's a breach of contract. And
that's
they don't
true. No, then they need to get the fuck out. And I'm sure at this point they will, right?
I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure they're looking into it. You know, everyone is freaking out. I don't understand the freak out yet because there doesn't seem to be enough there to freak out about. But if there is, fuck Phil.
Here's all right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh God, if he's on, if he's doing
a bunch of idiots running the company.
Here's another thing I want to debunk: making money on mental illness.
Oh God.
All right. You better hope there's people out there to want to make money on mental illness because that's what psychiatry does. You want people now. Let's pretend BetterHelp worked. Let's say it helped people. Let's say it didn't get complaints. Let's say they were making a profit on that and helping people.
It helps. It doesn't get complaints and helps.
What's wrong with it?
Okay.
Please call me up. Tell me what's wrong with that.
Yes.
Now, is it fucked up? Does it need to change? Absolutely. But explain to me, and this is one of these like YouTube fucking double standard things. Like Shane's not allowed to make money on fucking dramatic stuff because he's talking about mental illness and putting music in the background. By the way, every mental health documentary does the same. Everyone. There is a channel on YouTube that steals BBC stuff and re-uploads it, and I don't know how YouTube puts up with it. I hope you don't take the channel down because it's one of my favorite YouTube channels called True Stories. They have a bunch of great BBC documentaries on psychopathy. Every one of them uses music. Yeah. Everyone. All right. So going back to whether they're making money, look, if it works, if the business works and it does help people and the people that are providing the help are making profit, that's just capitalism, baby, and it's a good thing. You want people to look. If there was no money in it, nobody would do it. No, there would be no counselors, there would be no psychiatrists, no psychologists, no nothing. Stupid. The only one that would buy this shit is that dope Kaiser, who's a commie furry, who likes to be pegged. No, you should do it out of goodwill, even if you can't pay your rent. So let me destroy this idea that, they're making money on people's mental health. Well, assuming, and in this case, it's not the case, assuming that this business model worked, there would be nothing wrong with it. It doesn't work, so YouTube does need to police itself. And until Philly D can be shown that he knew that this shit wasn't working and he took advantage of it and he didn't care, then I'm not calling him out for this shit at all until that time. I'm doing the same thing. I'm doing the same thing.
It's like a non-story for now. You know?
To me, it's a big story, but it is a non-story. But I'm not saying the guys who are making videos on it should stop. I'm trying to think. I'm doing what I normally do. Stop the witch hunt.
Yeah.
Calm down. Let's see where this goes.
It's just a little bit of noise going on right now, but it could be news sometime.
Yeah, it could be some. Well, it's more. It is news now.
I've read a lot of stuff over the last couple of days. And people have sent me stuff. I can't confirm any of it. I mean, there's some rumors that he owns a piece of the business. There's rumors that
he owns a piece of this. Boy, he is. And another thing is, I'm not saying those people aren't responsible.
But I don't know any of this.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm being a little careful with it because I don't know about it yet. I'm just telling you the things that I'm seeing on Twitter.
Yeah. So it's not the fucking end of the world. If they can get their shit straight, that's great. Now, I'm hearing stuff like they're not getting real counselors. Yeah, it's fucked up. Yeah, got to go. But this is not a scam.
There's laws for that.
This is not a scam in the strictest sense of the word. It's not like a fucking people are selling perfumes and big pyramids. This is not. This is not Bernie Madoff.
Jesus, we've ruined literally. We've ruined pedophile. We've ruined fucking scam.
And now we're gonna ruin scam, which is not actually really.
Sociopath is on that.
Because what's gonna happen is, whenever you throw it's like the word pedophile on YouTube. All right, what's gonna happen is you're gonna call everything a scam. That's maybe just a bad business or something. And when you start saying scam, when there's really a scam, no one's going to pay attention because they hear it all the time on Drama Alert. They hear it all the time on Scarce. They hear it all the line on Shop on the Point, whatever. Don't take the buzz out of the strength out of the word by using it for just bad business.
Clickbaiting. Yeah.
You got a problem with that? Call me up. Let's take you guys. I want to take calls. It's already 10.
Let's do it.
That was a fast hour. Holy
I knew
hell.
it would be. Who wants to fight me? Leader, you want to fight me?
Ding, bitches.
Leader.
Good job, Monkey.
How are we doing, Tommy?
What do you got for me?
Actually, one of my really good friends is a therapist, and he thinks that BetterHelp is the work of the devil, pretty much.
He might be. He might be right.
Man, he sounds right. I'll tell you what.
Hey, is your friend's mom Bobby Boucher's mother by any chance? I'm just asking. Just wondering. It's the devil.
I cannot confirm.
Hey, look, it's fucked up. It may need to go. I'm not saying that, but the idea there's no evidence it's a scam. And a scam meaning let me for the idiot that fucking called me out over my hypocritical Conor McGregor tweet. All right. Scam means that's the sole purpose. This sounds like it's just a really bad business model and it doesn't work. That's what I'm saying.
Which happens. Yeah.
Believe it or not, there are some retards who run business.
I can't wait for the drummer 828 video.
Right, my God.
Stupid
Your definition of scam is the exact reason why I never called Philly D a scam artist to begin with, because I think there has to be the intent. That's what a scam is.
Yeah, but Philly, at least with that, you had more evidence. Because he said it was something, and then he said it was something else.
He changed the word, which I still don't find, but that's another conversation for another day.
But like I said, whether you agree with that or not, it's more than what they have now on this situation.
Oh, yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, I can agree with that. He wasn't transparent enough. I can agree with all of that.
Look, if this thing works and helps people, I have no problem. Maybe it can't work. Maybe it can't. I don't know. Fuck if I know.
Scam's a big word, man. It should be a big word.
Well, they tied that. Was it Rocket League or whatever the fuck company he owns? Because I guess he gets a piece of everybody else's. Like if you put Tommy C to get cheaper, better health, he gets a piece of it. Well, even then, Keem, if it works and it helps people, and they make a profit, it's not a big deal. It's actually a good thing when it comes to depression.
Right.
And Philly D doesn't need to address this. He can't wait till he's on H3H3 podcast 9 months from now to address it.
No, he seems to be like he's trying already, but I don't know. It's
and maybe there's something. Maybe this goes deeper. Maybe he's connected to it more. Here's another thing. Maybe he owns the company, and then he's really in trouble.
Then you fuck.
And then Alex's video, Philly D is done, would be correct. Until then, I think hold your horses. That's all I'm saying here. Hold your horses.
Right.
And that's all I said last time with the Franco delete thing until I was convinced it was bullshit. Well, and that might not have been a scam in the traditional sense anyway. It might have become one. Or maybe they just need to change the wording because their politicians do it all the time. Right. Get out of here, leader. Talk to you later.
So Blue Firefly said the app promotes counseling services and also says they make no guarantee of providing the service. That's a scam.
I don't know. That's a scam. It's fucking. Is that a scam?
That's funny.
We provide the service, but we have no. I mean.
Read it again. Wait, read it again.
Read that again.
The app promotes counseling services and also says they make no guarantee of providing the service.
Okay, so it promotes counseling service. It doesn't say that it's getting you.
So it's not. They're saying they don't have the. They're not entitled to give you the service after you pay them. Is that what they're saying?
No, it's saying you can buy 50 tickets, but there's no guarantee you're going to get one.
What?
That's scamish.
That is a scam. That's a lottery.
Pretty much.
You got to enter a lottery to get help? That's fucking weird.
That's scamish.
That seemed to me.
Somebody needs to learn. Somebody needs to teach you how to sell something.
That could be a really bad disclaimer, but I don't fucking know, man.
Here's another thing. Let's say they get this thing on track, right? They fix the disclaimer. People start getting help. They start getting what they pay for. Where's the problem?
Right.
There's no problem.
There's no problem.
Then there's no problem.
But maybe they have to fucking shut this thing down. I'm not a witch hunter. And by the way, and all you guys that are pissed off about, you have every right to be. If Philly D is connected to it, I know like Dave's defended Philly real. He ain't gonna defend him on that.
I can't.
No, it's indefensible.
Look, if there's something there, I'm not going to defend him. To me, there was nothing there. There was still years to go until his prognostication time was over. But this is different. Now, if this is just a word fuck up, which it could be, it doesn't necessarily mean correlation is not causation, kids. You got to remember that. That's important. Just because.
Yeah, don't turn into Keemstar and jump to conclusions. Shut your fucking head. If this thing is fucked up, we're going to get to the bottom of it. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Because there's enough nut jobs out there that are calling it a scam. So they're going to have to show some of their cards. You know? They're covering their ass. It's not a scam. Yeah, that's probably right. That's probably what it is. But I tell you something. That's a bullshit TOS if that's the case, Caroline.
Oh, there's no question.
You're walking to the... I'm not saying this. You're walking to the door of scam. You're crossing the line. You're hugging it. You know, you got the blue line straddled just to make sure you're not off sides.
I'll take it a step farther, Tommy. If anybody has purchased a lottery ticket for psychotherapy in any way,
Powerball psychiatry, leaping lizard.
That's amazing.
That's funny.
Find out more.
I can get my impotence checked out now, Ma. Amazing.
Right.
Come on.
All right. You want to fight with me, Cole?
You tell me I bought 100 tickets and I still can't talk to anybody? What the fuck?
All right, count whatever your name is. Are you going to fucking ever say anything or what?
Yeah, I'm waiting for a second to talk. God damn it.
All right, go ahead.
Hey, so about the Kavanaugh stuff,
Sure,
I really never followed it closely, but like towards the end of it, I started talking with my sister about it, and I came to the conclusion that this has never been about anything but trying to tarnish him and really drag things out till 2020.
Or at least the end of the midterms.
The end of the midterms.
Yeah, the midterms. Yeah. Because I'm hearing they're going to file impeachment if they win the House. Man, if they win.
Yeah.
You know, and I something tells me there was never a blue wave to begin with. I think we're going to find out. And before you say I'm a conspiracy theorist, just remember Huffington Post, 90%, Hillary Clinton. Just remember that. I wonder if there's a blue wave to begin with, because they always do this. Presidents, midterms, doesn't matter. Oh, the Democrats are ahead. And usually within the last week, too close to call. Well, it got too close to call 4 weeks before ahead of time. So don't be shocked if they kick ass.
I also think that this is also like setting a precedence to like use sexual assault as a weapon now.
I think so too. Yeah, no question. I think that's what Me Too. This is why I'll never say a good thing about Me Too. And I think that's exactly what it's doing. To use sexual assault as a weapon and to get people used to the idea of due process not being a part of the equation. That's what I believe.
Yeah, like at this point, I mean, like, look at the fucking James Gunn shit. He didn't even have to, like, do anything that bad. It was just a tweet, and he's lost
from a decade ago.
A
decade ago.
They're creepy tweets, though, I tell you.
Just because
they're creepy. They're creepy.
It was creepy. It was creepy. I will admit that. But yeah, like, that's just...
I don't know if I want that guy working for me, I'll be honest with you.
You assaulting someone, I could just make a tweet, and then next thing you know, I'm fucking like getting me too'd.
Look, no
James
Ken.
Gunn thing though, a lot of those tweets they were retweets, and back in the day on Twitter, if you retweeted something, it would put RT before it, and most of those tweets had that. So there's him replying to somebody else's tweet.
Yeah, it's not
it
like
wasn't
he's
even him
fucking
saying.
I don't believe for a minute James Gunn is a fucking pedophile, but I would say this: if he was running a company like Disney, I don't know if I want him there.
Which is somewhat understandable to an extent, but I mean, it's not like he's Roman Polanski, who, by the way, is putting out another movie.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just
not in the United States, though. He's not making it in the States.
No. He'll never come back here, I don't think.
No. The Swiss fucked that up.
At least he's not like doing like Asia Argento.
No.
Oh, fuck me in the beard. Don't get me started on that guy.
I'm really not looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy 3 sucking balls.
Oh, God.
They're going to use the script, though.
I have so much respect for Batista, Tommy, because he was like, if you don't give this guy his job back, I'm fucking walking. Yeah, you didn't walk.
He didn't walk, did he?
See you on SmackDown on Tuesday.
They're probably, if anything, they'll give Guardians of the Galaxy to Rian Johnson.
Yeah.
Which isn't the worst thing, I guess, but still.
It'll still be good. If they use a script, it'll still be good because those actors know those roles real tight. They're real
That's
tight.
what he wants the script to be used. That was his big craziness about it. He was like, you got to use that script, even if you don't bring him back.
Yeah. Oh, that means he cares. That's cool. Okay.
He does.
Yeah.
He's returning to SmackDown on Tuesday too, Tommy. I'll be fine.
It is Evolution.
Evolution.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks, Count. Thanks for the call.
Why is Gamora?
Cronton. You're on the air. Of course. Is he server muted? Of course not. You're on the air. Dick head. Check if mic works. Everyone lies. What do you want?
Yeah, I guess first the better health thing.
Yeah.
I talked to somebody that ran a therapist's office, and the company that runs through there, it's kind of the same thing. Anybody that runs any of that internet stuff like that, but I don't know about the Philly D partnership. I don't know exactly the details about that, but that's what they're saying is they had a partnership.
Oh, I know. I'm looking at it right here with my
Partnership
own
is
eye.
not ownership.
A partnership's not ownership.
It's not ownership.
I have partnership in the UFC and fucking, Dana White's doing something like giving this guy steroids. Why should I be liable for that? I mean, really.
You partner with sponsors.
It's a partnership too. Like Boogie had a partnership.
Yeah,
So what?
Philly D partnered on a company level, not a one-on-one
Then
like
he
here. You
became
did
part
this.
owner, which is a different.
That's different. If he came on, let me say one caveat to this. I know I got 30 dislikes. That means we're doing a good job. It means we're actually making controversial opinions and not pandering like the bitches that most fucking YouTubers are. All right. If he's that's a totally, and he's probably in FCC, not FTC trouble. But remember, fucking T. Martin and the other schmuck got off with a slap on the wrist.
True.
So it's getting worse than CS:GO.
Things is there is like expenses you have to pay in order to operate this, and I haven't really had
overhead on everything.
Yeah.
And special programs you have to get. There's also regulations where, in order to be a counselor to somebody in somewhere, you have to be in the same state as them.
Yeah.
You can leave the state, but they can't leave the state. But you have to be paired up in the same state. And I think that's why the language is a little bit fuzzy, just to protect their.
You know what? It's just that it's probably it is. It's probably illegal the way counseling's supposed to go. Yeah. And they tried to get around it, and they tried to make a business. And like I said, if it actually helps people out, I'm good. I don't care if they make money on depression as long as they're helping the depressed. That's my rule.
I just thought of something. I'm going to record this next time that I see it on the TV. Because now I'm back in the States. I got
people getting the money's worth. That's all I care.
There's a commercial for the addiction help hotline, and they do the exact
Are they making money on drug addicts?
They are. And what they do is it specifies very clearly they're not counselors, but they put you in touch with counselors.
Ain't no problem with that.
It's the exact same service, and that's on TV. So I don't know. They may just fuck this up. I have no idea.
That's another thing. You go too hard on them, then you get rid of a good service like that.
Right.
So I mean, I know that's kind of a slippery slope fallacy, but if it happens, it's not a fallacy.
It may not be wrong.
Yeah, I mean.
That's perfect.
Hey, Scarce is back.
Scarce is back. Blue Firefly, call in. You haven't called in since the Shane Dawson thing. It's a bit fuzzy. You've decided. I'm being open to it.
Right. Yeah.
I know everybody likes to get on the So here's what I want you to do: go to the bathroom, get some water, put the torch out, calm down. That's what we're trying to do here. It's not. Right. It is. It's over. It's not the fucking end of the world. People get scared.
At least.
Jesus, there's probably like hundreds of people connected to YouTube getting scammed, legitimately scammed right now.
Yeah, leave a like on this video and you can be entered to win a $100 Amazon gift card.
There you go. There you go. Millions.
iPhone.
Who was that guy?
We're going to jail.
Who is that? Does that jackass? He gets all the hits now. He used to be a Call of Duty guy. And now he's doing Fortnite. Making Allier. Does he do that shit? You put a like in the chat, a comment, you can win something?
Pretty much. Get some V-Bucks.
There you go. There's a scam.
Get some V-Bucks.
Some V-Bucks.
Ali G should not be doing that stuff coming at you like that.
Ali G.
That's old.
Right.
Yeah, I know. I dated myself. Fuck off.
Was that Tron? No, he's the one that fucked up. Are you ready to go now? Tron?
Yo.
What's up, man? How can I help you? I hate you.
Hey, man.
Oh, okay. Now I like you again.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, fellow Army veteran here, dude. I've been trying to call in for a while.
I almost blew you up, too. Hey, what's up, man?
I was just calling this real off topic. What unit did you serve with?
I was with 1AT. Same as Dave. I was over here in Wiesbaden, where I live now.
Yeah, first AD my entire career, man.
Me too.
Yeah,
me and him both were over here the whole time.
I was with the 10th Mountain Division out of Fort Drum, New York.
You're better than us.
Oh, nice. had a lot of people attached with you guys.
I bet you have really thick calf muscles. Yeah.
I'm never going marching with you, motherfucker.
No.
Holy God.
You win.
Hey,
we be some pogues up in here.
Yeah, we're pogues. We were upfront about it. Well, Dave at least got fucked up. I didn't. I just banged German bitches and drank beer. I went to the water slides division of the Army. A lot of water slides, a lot of good times, a lot of booze.
A lot of water slides.
Yeah. Hey.
That's good. Good talking to you.
Yeah, man. Thanks for calling.
Appreciate
All the
your service,
best.
buddy.
All the best to you, bro.
Thank you.
Take care. We're not as tough as you are.
That was nice. That was just
Yeah,
a nice
I know.
call.
We get a lot of veterans. Well, they're still mad at us because we got the SF thing wrong because of the I am a little embarrassed about that because that's my biggest video ever.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a detail that
It's a legitimate one for guys that have been out of the Army for a little while. Could forget. But the thing is, I should have known because I got that ticket in Iraq and I couldn't drive for a week. You know, and it was from a guy who had an SF on his shoulder. He's a cop. So I should have remembered. But I get once a week.
I was honing on the whole sear thing.
Once a week.
I wasn't even looking at it.
Once a week, I get a message, SF is not Special Forces in the Air Force. Once a week, at least.
So it hit like 300,000, didn't it?
No, it's like 2.5, but still, it is a little embarrassing. But we did explicitly state we were in the Army, not the Air Force. So.
Right, and I feel with that one, it was a very small thing considering what we were talking about, but still, it is a mistake, and we fucked it up. But we corrected it.
You fucked up.
We corrected it.
Yeah.
What are we supposed to do? Kill ourselves?
Delete
the video?
Yes. Delete the video. We should delete the video.
A mass flogging? You want me to grab a cat of nine tails and fuck myself
You
up?
make a video of yourself deleting the video and then killing yourself at the end.
There we go.
Everyone lies. You're on the air.
If you fuck something up, you have to leave YouTube. That's how it goes.
Yes, there you go.
I've been on here for a while.
Make it a game show.
I think that's how it always works. The other thing I was gonna talk about was like the Kavanaugh thing, and I guess I do kind of believe Ford.
Yeah. Oh, do you? Why do you believe Ford? Nothing. Just a feeling, right?
I sent you some of the information about that. Like, there definitely is signs to proof that they knew each other, that there was a party that night.
All right.
All the evidence.
All right, that means he lied about knowing her.
Yeah.
Why do you think he fucking raped her?
And he lied about a lot of things. And
No. Why do you think he raped her? He lied about drinking. I know that. Why do you think he raped her? Everybody lies about that. Every job, everything. They always lie about how much they drink. Everybody lies about that.
And why is her mistakes not just as important as his?
Yeah, her mistakes are a lot bigger.
I would say.
It's not just the drinking thing, though. He lied. He tried to blame it on one of his. Their team tried to.
Why do you think let me get this straight. You believe he raped her based on the fact that he told lies about drinking and what else?
He tried to say, well, maybe it wasn't me. Maybe it was somebody that looked like me. And he pointed like something.
Okay, so you believe he raped her because he lied about his drinking and he said maybe it wasn't me? Which is really probably more likely to get around calling her a fucking liar.
That's one way of going. Maybe she was a little mistaken, and as somebody who looked like me.
So why do you? Am I strawmanning you? Correct me.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just in my opinion.
Why don't you? Okay, that's what I'm trying to get to. That's what I'm trying to get to. It's a gut feeling. It's a gut feeling, isn't it?
Here's the thing.
No. Answer me. It's a gut feeling, isn't it?
I just haven't seen any evidence why somebody would be lying about that for. No.
It's the evidence. The burden of proof is on her. She made the accusation. So it's a gut feeling. You're taking all this circumstantial evidence, like really circumstantial evidence. It's not even the same car, right? That he lied about this, and I don't know that he lied about not knowing her, right? Because let's remember, 5 people she named would not corroborate her story. All right.
Yeah.
5 people she named. She deleted all her social media. She, according to her ex-boyfriend, she lied about flying and being scared. And not only being in a room when there's going into a room with 2 exits. It's a lot more serious than lying about drinking and not knowing somebody.
Her as well.
What?
I believe she also had past defamation charges against her as I
didn't know about that. I didn't hear about that.
Oh, did she really?
No, that I didn't know. I don't think that's true. Are you sure?
No, I think that is true. Yeah, I think that is true.
But again, at the end of the day, I'm not telling you. You believe that guy's a rapist. You believe, I'm not going to sit there and yell at you. You believe what you want. There's absolutely
nothing.
A
lot of misinformation.
There's nothing. Nothing I mentioned was misinformation.
You're going to say why didn't he bring it up before? And honestly, they don't have enough.
I'm asking you. Why you? I know they're full of shit. I'm trying to figure out why you feel this.
This wasn't about a conviction. Everyone lies. This was about getting somebody out of a seat of power. This wasn't about a conviction.
Yeah. So, and that was their attempt to do that with it, but they obviously, if they'd have brought it up a year ago, they wouldn't have gone anywhere.
They brought it up in July.
You can.
They had it since July.
In the same room.
They had it in July. You're literally like Dianne Feinstein did not believe she was telling the truth.
If you look at the evidence,
why aren't you addressing anything I say? Why aren't you addressing anything I say? I hate when people do this to me. That's what that idiot fucking did before. Like Dianne Feinstein you couldn't logically come to the conclusion that Dianne Feinstein believed this shit. In other words, she's the worst bitch in the world.
How would I know what Dianne Feinstein?
Because she had it since July. The day he met her, when he met with her, she had the fucking charge from Ford. She hid it. She might have brought. They're doing an ethics investigation on her right now. There's no way Feinstein could have believed her and be a decent person.
No, they hid it because it wasn't the opportune time to strike.
Yeah, because they wouldn't get a conviction.
It wasn't about a conviction.
It was a conviction. They wasn't a trial.
It wasn't a trial.
Exactly.
I think. What are you
talking about? You won't even say why you believe. You won't even tell me why you believe she did the way he did it.
I'm trying to. If they would have brought this up a year ago, what would have happened?
I don't know. Who would have known? You know what? They might have done an investigation when he was a federal judge. And if she came out and said, I don't know what happened, I don't know where it was, I don't know how I got there, and I don't got to get home, they wouldn't have got a warrant.
And the thing is, I don't have a problem with the actual...
I didn't ask you what your problem was. I want to know, and you have not given me any insight. This is my only question that I've asked you, okay? And Jeff's trying to kill himself, all right? Why do you believe she did it? You know what? And I think the reason you won't answer it because you know it's embarrassing. And you're a good guy. I like you. I want to know. I think it's a reasonable question without being a dick. Why do you think he raped this woman with Mike Judge?
I sent you all the evidence.
No, say it. Say it. I'm on a radio show. I don't have time to read that shit. Why do you believe it's? You're avoiding it for the reason I said. You're embarrassed.
What can I say? I looked at evidence and I saw that it looked.
Have a nice day.
It still
and I saw that he lied about them being in the same room together.
Okay. Okay. So you have a bunch. You have a bunch of evidence that he lied about stuff that has nothing to do with the rape. Therefore, he raped her. Okay. Have a good day. Why? I don't understand why it's so difficult. I believe because I saw this specific piece of evidence that he raped her. You know why? Because I'm looking at what you sent me right now, right? I'm looking at what you sent me, and you're going over the 17-year-old bet, these calendars and stuff. And if you were to say what you sent me out loud, it sounds ridiculous. So what you're doing to cover for that is saying I looked at evidence, but you won't mention the evidence.
Because everybody wants to focus on this.
I liked beer.
I mentioned the calendars.
Okay, so the calendars are the reason.
I'm going to try to help him out a little bit.
Hold on. I don't know why it's so difficult.
I'm going to help you out just a little bit here, okay? What it sounds like is exactly what Tommy was saying at the very beginning, that you saw some stuff that made you feel, even though it had nothing to do with the rape in particular, there were circumstantial things that you feel that you could point to that he lied to that made you feel like he definitely raped her. And that's okay, but it's still just a feeling that you can't base any substantial on. It's a feeling. It's a gut feeling, dude. That's okay. You're entitled to it.
No one's telling you you're not entitled to feeling. But if you're going to come and say, I think he raped her, which is pretty serious. I mean, it's not going to affect you. And you're saying calendars and you lied about drinking. I don't know. You're entitled to it, but it sounds ridiculous.
I don't know why this scenario is like... Her story was this scenario that this day happened, this party happened.
You're ignoring
and then if you want to go by that, if I want to go by your logic, I could throw back. Well, she lied too about more serious shit.
Right.
Yeah, but why would he deny that any of it happened if nothing happened?
Because he drank at fucking.
Because it didn't happen. Can you imagine somebody saying that you got accused of something that didn't happen, and somebody looked at why are you denying it if it didn't happen? That's crazy. You'd be fucking, you'd probably fucking start putting the tongue in the side of your mouth and start crying about your dad in front of Congress. That's what you do. Look, you're entitled to believe what you want, but that's insane.
The judicial process, it should happen the way it did, and he shouldn't be convicted of anything like that, and he shouldn't.
Nobody said you're strawmanning me because I never said that. I just asked you, and you can't express it.
My problem's more with the people that are acting like there was no evidence, because there is evidence.
There is no evidence. You didn't present anything other than circumstantial stuff that wouldn't get a warrant. The evidence you presented to me wouldn't get a warrant. The evidence you presented to me, and I'm looking at this now. The calendar. By the way, I just want to make clear to everybody. I'm looking. It is only a calendar, and it's let's see, Chris cared when who Ed Wayland named arbitrarily was among Kavanaugh's, I guess, and who he hung out with. That's it. You have no evidence they were ever together.
He may have known her, and they may have had the same circle of friends. That's it. It doesn't.
Yeah. Hey, that's it. That's it. And you know what? That's just somebody's testimony. Let's be fair to Ford for a second. Her boyfriend said not only does she fly, and not only is she not afraid of shit, she teaches people how to take polygraph test. All right. What if he's lying? Okay. I think that's fair. What if he's lying? He could be lying. He could be a disgruntled ex-boyfriend. That's not proof that she lied, right? But you don't have anything more. You don't have anything more than her ex-boyfriend.
Right.
You don't understand this, do you, bro? And I'm not being a dick. You really don't understand what I'm talking about.
I understand that everyone's talking in certainties, and there is no certainties in this. That's the thing.
Well, you can say that about everything, but you have to come up with a fucking opinion. I believe, for the reasons I said, I gave you specific. I did what you couldn't. I told you why I believe it. That's all I asked you to do in this phone call.
You came out that she was definitely lying, but you haven't been.
I believe he's definitely lying based on the fact. Let me make this abundantly clear. We're going to do this together right now. I believe she was definitely lying based on the fact she deleted social media. She made the freaking accusation 30 years ahead of time. The fact that she didn't know where it happened, really what year, what date, roughly around 1982, how she got there, and how she got back. Right? That's what I believe. And then on top of that, the boyfriend stuff. Based on all of that, okay? Based on all that. That's why I believe she was lying. Because the only other reasonable explanation besides that is she was mistaken. Because certainly there's no physical evidence tying him to the scene. We don't even know when the scene was. You don't know. And neither does the accusee. And the biggest thing, that the reason I don't believe he raped her is because Dianne Feinstein doesn't believe it. She would have released it immediately. She had it in mid-July when he was nominated, and that is irrefutable evidence. That is one fact you cannot refute. She had it immediately the day she met her.
You can't refute that she had it. She's being investigated.
No, I can refute that she didn't release it because what was the point? It wouldn't have gone anywhere.
Jesus.
Oh, God. All right. It would have got it. Look where it went when she finally did release. Are you out of your mind?
Tommy, blow him up. I'm out of props.
This is
all right.
This is going in circles.
Yeah, it's going in circles. And this way. Okay, now last one. Your turn. Why do you? All right. I was intellectually honest with you. I told you why she was lying. Now you tell me why he's lying.
I'm out of props.
All right. Have a good day, sir.
I tried to give him an out, man. I did everything I could on that one. I fucking tried.
I can't. That's just
because I like him a lot.
I like him a lot too, but it's like I told you why, and you could refute what I believe and what I don't believe. He was too embarrassed to say what he believed. Yeah. And you know what? Everybody should be.
Nobody's ever fucking said that he definitively did it or did not.
He's not trolling. He's a friend of ours. He's Jed. He's not trolling. He's a friend of ours. We know him. He's a big supporter of the show. I'm sorry.
He's helped me out so much.
He's a great guy, but he's making no sense and talking in circles.
He calls in, and sometimes this happens with him.
He's a great. This is the first time he gives me tons of good information. He's let me on leads. And he's entitled to believe. My point is, and I make that point for a lot of other people. Nobody can explain why they believe Ford. It's a difficult, weird thing to say out loud. Because it's probably bullshit.
Because it did.
Yeah. Because that's the point I was trying to make with him. He is not a bad person, and he's entitled to believe what the fuck he wants. My problem is he didn't expend it, and when he was put pressure on, he says, "Well, check my DMs." I can't do that in the air. By the way, new rule. If you want to challenge me with evidence, you can't just say check my DMs.
Right.
That's fair. This is show.
And you're lucky. You're lucky if he checks your DMs off air.
This is not.
It's called discovery.
I'm done.
You got to give it to him beforehand, fuckers.
This is not Ralph Retort. We can't just go on for 3 hours and fucking go through DMs and shit like that. All right. I'm not doing it. This is a fucking show.
Yeah, we are halfway there. We've been live for an hour and a half.
We're done. We're absolutely fucking out of here. Thank you very much. Make sure you go check on Dead on Dave and.
Hey, let me plug my shit.
Okay. Plug your stuff. Boom.
Yeah, show my channel too. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you can do that too. No, but what I've been saying, I've been throwing this out on Twitter the last couple of weeks. I'm trying to set up a little bit of a transformation challenge because I know how many of you dug that Scarce interview about a couple of weeks ago. So I figured why not we did a little same thing here, see what you guys can do, and I'll sauce up a nice little giveaway for you guys too. But even if you're just looking to get in better shape and stuff like that, hit me up on Twitter, Discord, wherever. But if you want in on that transformation challenge, say I want in, and then see how many people we get, and hopefully in a couple days or hopefully, ideally a week from now, we can set it up and get it going.
Jeff, fuck that. Well, here's what you got to do, Jeff. If you want to make this happen, this is what's got to happen. You got to set a fucking date.
Time. It's a really bad plug, Jeff. I mean,
starting next Sunday. We'll start it next Sunday.
Next Sunday, we will have full details on this fucking tomfuckery. We're going to have a contest. We're going to compete. I'm going to be in it. Tommy's going to be in it. You guys want to compete against us. Show us why we're fat and old and we can't lose any more weight. Fucking come compete against us. Get in good shape, and Jeff's going to give you some shit if you win.
Okay, big shout out to Bunny Bond, James, Conor McGregor, Vault 69, General Crow, Nicholas DeOrio, Heizekite with big $5, and who was the guy that made the big? We do have a rule about shouting out the whatchamacallits, I don't know. I did shout him out during the show anyway, so I don't got it in front
Rule
of me.
number 172.
We're on 72. We try to make sure we shout out the because of the sheer amount of money that Google takes away. Streamlabs stuff generally gets shouted out because we're on the bottom here. But if you can't donate any other way, donate on what you call it, fucking super chat. Yeah, that's it. Fuck, I want to get out of here. My wife's just fucking furious with me anyway. All right, everybody, check out Jeff. He's in the description box below for his challenge.
Thank you.
Check out Dead on Date. He's in the description box below for Twitch and YouTube and all that good stuff. And guess what? I'll see you Tuesday. Peace.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree. Chi-Town, the King's home, slapping fives, black stones, 6 mile to danger zones. Bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated, the evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me read them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe. Here's a headline.